Hi everyone. In this video, we are going to discuss another problem on merger and acquisition. See here, A Limited wants to acquire T Limited and has offered a swap ratio of 1:2. That means 0.5 shares for every 1 share of T Limited. Following information is provided. Profit after taxes A Limited rupees 18 lakhs, T Limited rupees 3 lakh 60,000. Number of outstanding equity shares 6 lakhs 1 lakh 80,000. Earnings per share rupees 3 and rupees 2. Price earnings ratio 10 times and 7 times. Market price per share rupees 30 and rupees 14. Here, see, A Limited wants to acquire T Limited and has offered a swap ratio of 1:2. So here, what is the exchange ratio? Here the exchange ratio is 1:2. That means 0.5 shares for every 1 share of T Limited. See here, A Limited is acquiring T Limited. So for every 1 share of T Limited, here A Limited is offering 0.5 shares. Okay, 0.5 shares for every 1 share of T Limited. That means if T Limited shares are 2, then 0.5 share means here 0.5 into 2 ante 1 share annattu. If T Limited shares are 2, then A Limited shares will offer only 1 share, that is 0.5 is the swap ratio, that is 1:2. Okay, here the information was given in terms of profits after taxes, number of outstanding equity shares, earnings per share, price earnings ratio, and market price per share. So here we need to require or we need to calculate the number of equity shares to be issued by A Limited for acquisition of T Limited. So here the swap ratio is 1:2. So based on the swap ratio, we need to calculate the number of equity shares to be issued by A Limited for the acquisition of T Limited. So T Limited ని మనం acquisition చేయడానికి A Limited అనేది ఎన్ని ఈక్విటీ షేర్స్ని ఇష్యూ చేయాలి అని క్వశ్చన్ నెంబర్ 1. అండ్ బి, వాట్ ఈస్ ద ఈపీఎస్ ఆఫ్ A Limited ఆఫ్టర్ ది acquisition. So here the EPS of A Limited before the acquisition is rupees 3. Now after the acquisition, what is the EPS? We need to calculate. And see, determine the equivalent earnings per share of T Limited. So what is the earnings per share of T Limited? We need to calculate. So determine equivalent earnings per share of T Limited. And D, what is the expected market price per share of A Limited after the acquisition, assuming PE ratio multiple or PE multiple remains unchanged. Also determine the market value of merger firm. So in the point D, we need to calculate market price of A Limited after acquisition by assuming there is no change in PE ratio. Also determine the market value of the merged firm. Right, see, we will go for solution. Here the swap ratio is 0.5. Here the swap ratio is 0.5. Right, see. Swap ratio 0.5. Point A, number of shares A Limited to be issued to T Limited. So number of shares A Limited to be issued to T Limited is, see here, T Limited shares into swap ratio. So here T Limited shares enta 1,80,000. 1,80,000. See here 1,80,000. సో ఇక్కడ ఒక జీరో రాంగ్లీ ఎంటర్డ్ ఎక్స్ట్రా, సో ఒక జీరో తీసేయండి. సో 1,80,000 here into 5, that is equals to 90,000 shares. So 1,80,000 into 0.5, that is equals to 90,000 shares. So that means number of shares A limited to be issued to T limited is 90,000 shares. So here actually the number of equity shares of T limited is 1,80,000. So here it is offering only 0.5 swap ratio, that is exchange ratio. So that means 90,000 equity shares only to be issued by A limited to T limited in the process of acquisition. And point B, EPS after merger. So after merger means here A limited and T limited combined together. So here EPS formula is combined earnings divided by number of combined equity shares. So that is total earnings divided by total number of equity shares. So here the earnings of X limited, see here in the problem the earnings are 18 lakhs and 3,60,000. See here 18 lakhs plus 3,60,000, that is equals to 21,60,000. And existing shares of A limited is 6 lakhs plus number of equity shares issued to T limited is 90,000, that is equals to 6,90,000. Now here the earnings per share after merger is equals to rupees 3.13. The earnings per share after merger is equals to rupees 3.13. Now look at the third point. See, equivalent earnings per share of T limited. So actually what is the earnings per share of T limited before merger? So before merger earnings per share of T limited is rupees 2. Okay, so here what is the earnings per share of after merger of A limited? See here the earnings per share of after merger of A limited is rupees 3.13. Now what is the equivalent earnings per share of T limited? Means here EPS of combined firm into swap ratio. What is the EPS of combined firm? Here 3.13 into what is the swap ratio? 0.5. Now equivalent earnings per share of T limited is equals to 1.565. Here earnings per share of combined firm ante after merger, if EPS after merger into swap ratio, then we will get equivalent earnings per share of T limited 3.13 into 0.5 swap ratio, that is equals to 1.565. And next, expected market price per share of A limited after the acquisition. So here what is the P ratio formula? P ratio formula is equals to market price of the share divided by earnings per share, MPS divided by EPS. Now here what is the price earnings ratio? It is 10 in case of A limited. So here price earnings ratio is given 10, EPS is rupees here 3.13, EPS is equals to here 3.13. Then he is asking what is market price. So cross multiplication we have to make. So that is why the reason here market price of A limited after acquisition is equals to revised EPS into PE ratio. Revised EPS into PE ratio, then we will get market price. So here the revised EPS is 3.13 into what is PE ratio? 10. That is equals to what is the market price of the share? 31.3 rupees, 31.3 rupees. And next, market value of merged firm. So here the market value of merged firm is equals to what is the market value, I mean market price of the share of A limited? 31.3 3 rupees. So 31.3 into 6,90,000. Then here see, market value of merged firm is equals to MPS into number of equity shares. So MPS is here 31.3. So here wrongly given 31.3 into 6,90,000, that is equals to 21,59,000. Sorry, 2 crore 15,97,000. 2 crore 59,97. One more zero will be added. 97,000. So this is the market price of the merged firm, or market value of the merged firm. So here actually what this is what about the market value of the merged firm, that is equals to MPS, market price per share, into number of equity shares. So here merged firm means after the combination of A and T. So here after the combination of A and T, here the market price of the A Limited is 31.3. Here 31.3 into 6,90,000 number of equity shares, because 6 lakhs existing shares and 90,000 newly issued shares. So that is equals to 2 crore 15,97,000 is the answer. Okay, so this is what about problem number 3. And next, look at the next problem, 4th problem. M Company Limited is studying the possible acquisition of N Company Limited by way of merger. The following data are available in respect of the companies. Here 2 companies, M Company and N Company Limited. Earnings after taxes 80 lakhs, 24 lakhs. Number of equity shares 16 lakhs, 4 lakhs. Market price per share 200, 160. Here, if the merger goes through by exchange of equity and the exchange ratio is based on the current market price, what is the new earnings per share for M Company Limited? So M Company is studying the possible acquisition of N Company. So here M Company wants to acquire N Company Limited. So here if the merger goes through by exchange of equity and exchange ratio is based on the current market price, what is the new earnings per share for M Company Limited? So M Company Limited యొక్క న్యూ EPS ఏంటి అని అడుగుతున్నాడు ఆఫ్టర్ మెర్జర్. సో ఇఫ్ ద మెర్జర్ ఈజ్ బేస్డ్ ఆన్ కరెంట్ మార్కెట్ ప్రైస్, ఇఫ్ ద ఎక్స్చేంజ్ రేషియో ఈజ్ బేస్డ్ ఆన్ కరెంట్ మార్కెట్ ప్రైస్, what is the current market price here? 200 and 160. And second point, N Company Limited wants to be sure that the earnings equitable to its shareholders will not be diminished by the merger. What should be the exchange ratio in that case? So N Company Limited wants to be sure that the earnings equitable to its shareholders will not be diminished by the merger. So here N Company wants an assurance that the EPS of the shareholders will not be diminished by the merger. So EPS of the shareholders అనేది merger ద్వారా తగ్గొద్దు అని చెప్తున్నాడు. సో for that what should be the exchange ratio in this case అని అడుగుతున్నాడు. So now we'll calculation of new EPS on M Company Limited. Calculation of new EPS of M Company Limited. So we'll calculate exchange ratio based on market price, that is 160 divided by 200. So what is 160 here? Actually the formula is exchange ratio based on market price is equals to market price of target company divided by market price of acquiring company. So here what is the target company? N Company is the target company, M Company is the acquiring company. So here market price of target company divided by market price of acquiring company. So 160 divided by 200, that is equals to 0.80. Now here the exchange ratio based on market price is equals to 0.80. Now new EPS of M Limited. So kotta company ante new EPS of acquiring company, that is M company, that is earnings of M Limited plus earnings of N Limited, that is combined earnings, divided by number of shares of M Limited plus number of shares of N Limited into exchange ratio. Okay, so here see, combined earnings divided by total number of equity shares also will calculate. So different procedures are there. So here number of equities, number of shares of N Limited into exchange ratio multiply SA, then we will get the total number of shares to be issued by M company to N company. So total number of shares issued by M company to N company vastundi. So here earnings of M Limited plus earnings of N Limited is equals to 80 lakhs plus 24 lakhs. 80 lakhs plus 24 lakhs, that is equals to 1 crore 4 lakhs. Okay, so next number of shares of M Limited, that is 16 lakhs. Here 16 lakhs into plus number of shares of N Limited 4 lakhs. 4 lakhs into exchange ratio is 0.80. 0.80. So that is equals to, see, 1 crore 4 lakhs divided by 4 lakhs into 0.8 ante 3 lakhs 20,000. 16 lakhs plus 3 lakh 20,000, 19 lakhs 20,000. Then 1 crore 4 lakhs divided by 19 lakhs 20,000 is equals to 5.42. So here what is the new EPS for the M Limited company is here 5.42. And next, calculation of exchange ratio which would not diminish the EPS of N Limited after its merger with M Limited. So here what is the exchange ratio must be for which would not diminish the EPS of N Limited after its merger with M Limited. So what is the exchange ratio we have to calculate which would not diminish the EPS of N company. N company EPS అనేది diminish అవ్వద్దు, తగ్గొద్దు after its merger with M Limited. So here current EPS of M Limited is equals to, so EPS was not given in the problem directly. Now we are calculating here current EPS of M Limited, earnings divided by number of equity shares. 80 lakhs divided by 16 lakhs, that is equals to 5. N Limited 24 lakhs divided by 4 lakhs, that is equals to 6. Now exchange ratio based on EPS, exchange ratio based on EPS is equals to, see here, earnings per share of target company divided by earnings per share of acquiring company. So that is earnings per share of target company N, that is equals to 6 divided by earnings per share of acquiring company M, that is equals to 5. So 6 divided by 5 is equals to 1.2. That means for every 1 share of N Limited, so ప్రతి N Limited యొక్క ఒక్క షేర్కి M Limited issues 1.2 షేర్స్, అంటే ఒక షేర్ ఆఫ్ N Limited and 1.2 shares of M Limited. So here number of shares to be issued by M Limited to N Limited is equals to number of shares of N Limited into exchange ratio. So what is the number of shares of N Limited? 4 lakhs into what is the exchange ratio? 1.2, that is equals to 4,80,000. So actually the total existing number of equity shares in case of N Limited is only 4 lakhs. But after merger, if the merger takes place by exchange ratio of EPS in the form of EPS, then here they will get 4,80,000 equity shares from M Limited. That is 80,000 extra shares they are benefited. Okay, and next here see total number of shares of X Limited after merger. Here M Limited after merger, total number of shares after merger, that is equals to 16 lakhs existing with M plus 4,80,000 which are newly issued to N, that is equals to 20,80,000 shares. So here EPS after merger is equals to earnings of M Limited plus earnings of N Limited divided by number of shares of M Limited plus number of shares of N Limited, that is equals to earnings 80 lakhs 24 lakhs divided by 16 lakhs plus 4 lakhs 80,000, that is equals to 20 lakh 80,000. See, that is equals to 1 crore 4 lakhs divided by 20 lakhs 80,000 shares. 1 crore 4 lakhs divided by 20 lakhs 80,000 shares. So that is equals to, here the EPS after merger is equals to rupees 5. Now total earnings in M Limited available to new shareholders of N Limited is equals to, so what are the new shares? 4,80,000 into what is the earnings per share? 5 rupees, that is equals to 24 lakhs. So here actually what are the earnings? What are the earnings of N Limited? 24 lakhs. Now here what is the answer? 24 lakhs. Here the answer is 24 lakhs. That is total earnings in M Limited available to new shareholders of N Limited is 24 lakhs. So here what is our question? Here our question is what should be the exchange ratio in that case? N Limited wants to be sure the earnings equitable to its shareholders will not be diminished by the merger. So here ఎర్నింగ్స్ అనేది మర్జర్ తోటి ఎఫెక్ట్ అవ్వద్దు అని చెప్తుంది. సో వాట్ ఆర్ ద ఎర్నింగ్స్ బిఫోర్ మర్జర్? 24 lakhs. అండ్ వాట్ ఆర్ ద ఎర్నింగ్స్ ఆఫ్టర్ మర్జర్? సేమ్ 24 lakhs ఆర్ దేర్. సో హియర్ హెన్స్ హియర్ ద ఎర్నింగ్స్ ఆఫ్ N Limited does not affected by merger with M Limited. Okay, so this is what about the problem number 3 and problem number 4. Okay, thank you. In the next video I would like to explain another 2 problems. Until then, bye bye, thank you.